Hey, Thrand here. I want to make a special intro for these next clips where we actually shoot the shield that's covered in 3 layers of linen front and back uh, and rawhide. Of course, I didn't have heavy oxen rawhide, so I figured the rawhide over the linen would help simulate having thicker rawhide, hopefully. We have 1 layer at the top, and then we have a strip down through the center that's actual double layer front and back of the rawhide we did have. That's also the linen's laminated. You'll watch our video on how to build a period Viking shield, and it shows how we made that, how it's 3 layers front and back, and laminated with casing glue or cheese glue. We do this as an experiment. We did that kind of to copy when Mike Lodes used the actual, if you watch his video, heavy oxen rawhide on front and back of a linenwood shield made with cheese glue. But in this video, we actually shoot it like we promised. But the thing is, we didn't get to use the firearms we wanted. We had limited use of a camera because we hadn't planned on doing any of this. We had Marquez's phone that wasn't charged up greatly. And we had to keep recharging it by walking a long ways to his truck. What led to this is we went out to go shooting. We were going to go out to the firing range and just, fire some rounds and stuff and have a good time. And we wanted to talk to Starry because we had not got to talk to these gentlemen and asked them if we could shoot our center boss, our 12-gauge center boss, and our 12-gauge helmet for medieval shop. And we also wanted to talk to them that we wanted to shoot the shield, other than just the center boss as well. So of course we carried the whole shield. And Mark says, well, we got to carry everything. We need to, Marquez says we need to carry everything. We need to carry, the mannequin, which we got donated to us. We called her our Valkyrie, and I brought stuff to put on it so it wouldn't look ridiculous. We kind of make her look like a female Valkyrie or shield maiden or something. I brought my chain that would fit on her and a tunic, and that was it. I had no gambeson. Of course, we have a medieval shop helm and the shield, and we show that to them and how we'd possibly set it up. Well, after looking at it, they go, sure, you can do that. You can do it right now if you want. Just go right over there and lane 1 and just pay for your firearms. We're sitting there going, uh-oh, Elgrim's not here. He had previous engagements. It was supposed to be a scouting mission. We didn't plan on shooting anything. We just wanted to see if we could set up a date. But he explains the concealed handgun instructor did not show up, and because it'd been raining. So other people didn't show up, so we could use that range. It was open right then if we wanted to use it. So we don't know how long we've got, or we get another opportunity, or how soon it would be. And we didn't want to disappoint everybody because we've been promising this for a long time and didn't have a place to do it. Obviously, I can't shoot it in my backyard. Some of my neighbors would complain. Some probably wouldn't. But anyway, what I was trying to say is we went ahead and made the decision to do this. So we got good videos on the center boss, and we got good videos on the helmet, but we hadn't really planned on doing all this. We do our best to set it all up, decide to do it with our limited camera ability there. And the first thing that goes wrong is I have my black powder rifle, which I plan on shooting at the shield with and using black powder, which I had available, and Pyrodex. And I was going to use a low load, like a 45 grains. So I put 45 grains in here and I go to shoot it. And lo and behold, what happens? It does not fire. It misfires. It doesn't. The cap goes off, but the primer basically wasn't in the little priming chamber underneath the nipple. Well, I could have tried repriming it and everything, but I knew we had limited ability on our camera, and I want to get done what we could get done. So we shot the helm first, the center boss first, tried to shoot it first, and not worry about the shield so much. See if we can get that out of the way. Then at the last, we try to shoot the shield, and our camera keeps dying and dying. So we really didn't get to use the black powder rifle. I managed to get dislodged at the end of the day, so it's safe now. There's no round or ball stuck in it. And I think somebody had spilled something sticky in it. I don't know how this took place, but I guess something got spilled down in the barrel because it hadn't been used in years. I also have my SD9 VE. It's a Smith & Wesson 9mm. I got a really good deal on it, and I only had a limited amount of rounds. I just wanted to try out the new spring kit in it because I put a spring kit in the pistol. Never fired it before. I wasn't going to fire it until I got rid of the... there's no magazine in it. It's safe, guys. I didn't want to fire it until I got the spring kit in. I got the spring kit in, put it in it, and my other problem was I had knocked this cheap sight off the back. It is a cheaper model, a reduction model, and a self-defense model, I believe, of handgun. And it got knocked loose, so I managed to get this knocked back in place, but how accurate it is, I have no idea if I got it back in just the right place. But I fire this in this video, the next clips. I hit the shield. Of Of course, it's linen covered, 6 layers front and back, and our rawhide goes through. We shoot it with a 22 as well, and everybody can say 22s are weak. It made it through the shield. But when we noticed that we had lower velocity, it had to reduce the power of the rounds immensely. So it looks very promising in the future. We could possibly put ballistics gel in the torso, actually cut it out, put it in, which we plan on doing, and have proper gambeson, which I did not have gambeson. I didn't have proper gambeson, multiple layers of linen, braided horsehair. I don't know how we get a hold of that, but I mean, they did that too and stuffed it in between layers of cloth. We've heard of really heavy felt, but most modern gambesons really, I mean, not to put any of it down. It's made to wear with plate and stuff. It's not that thick and heavy. It's not something you'd wear under like chain to help with the chain. So we want to use the proper gambeson when we do it. Medieval Shop really liked the videos. We want to thank Medieval Shop again as well. And they like the results of the center boss and the helm. And he's even talked about sending, there's a shipment of blades coming in right now. We should get anytime you guys want to be doing videos with that. But he's talking about sending us some actual really good mail that's riveted every row and solid every other row. That is some really good chain, and he would like us to test it against medieval weapons from its era, as well as actual ballistics possibly. And he wants to buy a pig carcass. If we do that, that's going to be some really nice testing, and we'll be able to see what would actually happen if we shoot through a shield. I also have a parchment covered heater, which will be a lot denser, heavier, and thicker, that I want to test with actual breastplate behind it, and possibly even some light chain under that. Maybe not on light chain, but we don't know. And we'll see what that does in the future. So I hope I haven't taken too long in this intro. It takes a while to explain all this stuff. I hope you enjoy our little clips from the video, because we did shoot the shield like we promised. We just didn't really get what we wanted, and there's no way to test to see what happened if any rounds went through. So here you go. Without further ado.
Hey, Thrand here. We came out today to Starry firing range in Corpus Christi, Texas. We were going to just ask them and set up a date to do this, and we were thinking that, you know, it was going to be a big deal and so on. Well, it turns out they have a private range that normally is always active, always busy, but due to the rain they had a cancellation, and we weren't going to probably get another chance to do this for a long time. And they were gracious enough to let us do it for just regular site fees and for paying for our weapons, because you pay per weapon. Already, I have my dad's trusty 22 semi-automatic. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can put a round through that shield and into the body, and not even aim at the center boss to start off with, and see what happens. Sounds like it hit something, but I don't know what happened. Let's check that out.
Recording.
Alrighty, my dad, I have his old trusty Sears and Roebuck 22. He loved this one's a semi-automatic. It's an underloader, and I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a 22 round and see what that does. Looks like we got some kind of hit, but I don't know if I'm shooting higher or not. Let's go look and see what happens. Like it might have pierced all the way through our strongest material. Made a hole through. Oh, let's go see what happened now. Okay, this time we hit a softer area. Oh, it looks like I found where the other round went through and didn't even notice that. We have two areas the rounds went through. I just didn't even notice it, because we have this one, this one. I was hitting more on than I thought I was. I just noticed that there's such small holes. I might have hit it. Okay, we've hit it high right here. For some reason, I've fired this pistol ever. It's my first time, and we got a hole clean through.